You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek.
Are we gonna have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm Underboob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev Nips. I'm Underboob.
Oh wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
It's pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use
That's
that
a
part,
good
you
point.
know? Got it, you dumb bitch. You're great. I mean,
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
You're
great.
great.
You're great.
You're great.
Welcome to the Hug Life podcast. I'm Mike Smart Bitch Coletta.
And I am Monica Intelligent Whore Nevi.
Wow. You know, we're sex positive here, you know? That's fine. You can be a whore and be
I'm pretty
intelligent.
proud of myself.
Well, I'm disappointed in you, but okay.
What an intelligent whore. I was
You
trying to think
intelligent
of.
whore.
I mean, bitch and whore don't mean the same thing. I guess I could have
Right.
gone with
I mean,
intelligent harpy.
Not that
Harlot?
which was nice, but I think
neither
you're just going older for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm going very Shakespearean with it.
Yes. This is our podcast. It's great. It's been a little while since we've had a
It's
brand
been
new
like a
episode.
month since we've had a brand new episode because the holidays happened and all
and-
sorts of baloney.
I got COVID, you guys. It was not great, but you know, check out the Patreon. Maybe we'll give you some more details on me having COVID, and then also
Weird shows.
weird shows or shows getting canceled
Shows
and
getting
crap
canceled,
like
I
that.
guess, yeah.
And I'll be very honest about me getting COVID at a sex club. So you should be on our Patreon, patreon.com/huglifepodcast.
She really is an intelligent whore.
Right. Because I do stand up at sex clubs. That doesn't make any sense.
Some people lay down at sex clubs. You never know.
That's true. You have some shows coming up. You can plug away.
You want me to plug first? You want to go?
You go.
Also said at sex clubs. I'm gonna go. I have that was pretty good. I thought. Okay, Friday, Secret Show. We're both doing that. I'm hosting it.
Yes.
Monica's doing it. And then on Saturday, I'm doing a dope show at Factory Lux in Georgetown.
Oh, hell yeah.
I had another show that got canceled because of COVID stuff. It's a bummer.
Moo. Stay safe out there, friends.
Be careful,
or
everybody.
just get it and get it over with. This one, not too bad. Gonna be honest with you.
Just go lick someone with COVID or something.
And I
if
got
you
my
wanna get-
boost today, so
You're probably
ready.
stronger than anybody.
I'm a superhero.
realistically.
Yeah, because I just had it, so I got all those whatever it's called, vibranium.
Antibodies.
That was a pretty
Vibranium.
good nerdy joke for me knowing
It was a
that's
very
a
nerdy
thing.
joke.
Thank you.
Monica referencing Wakandan alloys.
Which I do think would help you if you had COVID, but whatever.
They don't have COVID in Wakanda. You didn't know
Yeah,
that.
and that's
You know why? Because they quarantined. They all did it.
That's all they've been doing, actually. That's why you can't find them. Okay. Sure. Yeah, go get it. Or no, be safe out there. Okay, go see Mike's shows. And if you want to check, do you have your calendar updated and stuff, or your
I
social
do
media?
actually. I need to update it now to put the canceled show off of it though on accident.
Whatever.
Not on accident, but whatever. It's gonna get
And that's
rescheduled. It's not canceled. So
ColettaComedy.com. Is that correct?
that is correct.
Nice.
Is that correct? You said
is
that
that
like
correct?
you said that like
Are you a
Catherine
harlot?
Hahn in Schitt's Creek. Is that correct?
You
She says she
mean Catherine
But-
O'Hara?
Catherine O'Hara, not Catherine Hahn. Another
Yes.
funny actor though.
Moira Rose. Yes,
Mhm.
another funny actress. Okay. This week I have a bunch of Seattle shows and they're long sets, so I'm getting ready to film my special. So if you're in Seattle, come see me and help me. Help me. Wednesday I'm at Substation in Seattle, which I don't know exactly where that is, but look it up. And that's at 6 p.m. So maybe you want to do a little early
Ooh, a
show.
little earlier show, everybody.
Yeah,
Watch
I'm
out.
looking forward to
A
that.
little dinner show? You guys want a dinner show?
Yes. And then Thursday through Saturday, I am at Club Comedy Seattle. I'm headlining one show Thursday, two shows Friday and Saturday. And JR Bread will be featuring for me. I didn't know
Junior
that.
Bread?
Be a good time.
I might show up.
Hey, and then I'll be going to the secret show. It's a secret drop-in. I'm one of the headliners from the area.
I guess it's a secret drop in.
Secret drop-in. And then Yep. And then 2 more shows that Saturday. You guys got it. All in Seattle. So if you're in the Seattle area, come and check me out. The next week, I will be in Portland on the 13th, doing 2 separate Thursday night showcase types of shows. One's at the Cruise Room and one is at Lay Low Tavern. Then on Friday, the 14th, I am in Hood River, Oregon, doing an Elks Lodge, which will be
Everyone
great.
loves an Elks Lodge.
Right before. That'll really help me get prepared for this special. No. Then the next week, it's go time. The 20th through the 23rd, I am in Philadelphia at Helium Comedy Club filming my special. And the Sunday, the 23rd, is the day that I'm headlining. So if you're in the area, save it for Sunday. You know, if you know anybody in Philadelphia, please tell them to come.
Tell them to stop eating their cheesesteaks and go to Monica's show.
Yeah. But I'm up for food recs.
Oh, there's a lot of food
For Philadelphia. Yeah. And that's good. And my website is updated and whatnot. But we figure, you know, we have some time in between brand new shows on this here podcast. So I figured I'd give you some dates to choose from.
You must choose the dates. Other things going on that you can do to help us out. You can rate and review, subscribe to us wherever you listen. That's helpful. Spotify does have ratings now.
Yes, I've heard.
Yeah, it's new. You can also go support us with our Amazon link. So if you go to monicandevy.com, coletacomedy.com, or huglifepodcast.com, click on the Amazon banner, shop as you normally would. We get a little kickback. What? That's crazy. We have patreon.com/huglifepodcast. You can donate $1 a month to support us on Patreon. That episode should be coming out today.
Yeah.
And then you can also support our dear friend Danny Dodge at Studio Dodge on Instagram or studiododge.com. I think they're on Etsy also, if you want to search them on Etsy.
Sweet. Oh, that would make sense. Yeah.
That'd be a good way to do it. And then we have an Instagram account at Hug Life Podcast that you can follow. And Monica posts stuff on there.
Sometimes.
So if you really wanted to talk to Monica, that's how you could do it.
So, people do take advantage of that.
They do. They really do.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. You did good remembering what we're supposed to say.
Thank you. Almost forgot.
Yeah.
So, lexical embraces.
You know what?
I have one.
I genuinely forgot that we do this part, which
That's
is
okay.
Probably my favorite part.
I think I have a good one.
Okay.
Month. So,
yeah, you go. I mean, I got one. When
I say this month, I mean this week.
Forgot.
So when you wake up or are supposed to go do something and you're not ready and you're like, I really wish it could be late right now. And then it is. Like an example of this was this morning, I woke up and I felt like absolute shit just for no reason. I slept fine. I just was like, I don't want to go to work today. And then they got a 2-hour late start. And then I was driving there and then they canceled it.
That's
what a
crazy.
great day. You know?
Have I ever told you the story about when I was in England seeing Florence and the Machine and obviously traveling from Seattle to London was a long trip and jet lagged and whatnot. And this was like the next day or 2 days later, I was in Leeds to see Florence and the Machine. And I had seen them a bunch of times in the front, like, and you have to like get there really early, right? To like get a good spot. And so I was like, okay, I got to do the same thing, you know? And I don't know why I don't remember this. So I think I just bought a ticket and didn't really think about it because it had I had a different pickup process because I was international. Because I wasn't from there, I had to I think I wasn't allowed to buy certain tickets or something. Anyways, but I get to my hotel in Leeds and I'm so tired. And you're not supposed to take a nap or go to sleep at weird times. You're supposed to try and stay up.
Yeah, the whole day. And then you get jet lagged on.
Right. But then I knew I was going to be up for the concert. So I just took a little nap and I was so tired. Have you ever had those? It's like you're trying to wake up, but you can't. Like it's almost like a dream where you're trying to wake up, but you can't. I was so tired and I just couldn't wake up. And I had this dream that my dad told me, it's okay. You don't need to leave right now. Like, just wait. You don't need to leave right now.
Classic
and so
Ron.
I know. And I did wait. And then I just kind of accepted it. Was like, you know what? That's fine. I'll be in the back. I'll still enjoy it. She'll run through the audience like she does, whatever. And then I get there and I get my ticket and I had a seat. Like I did. It wasn't in the general, you gotta get there early. Didn't even matter. Had an assigned seat. And I was like, whoa, this is weird and great. And now I'm like, okay, I've done enough of the concerts having to stand up. I'm too old.
So
I'm
see,
sitting
it
down.
turns out my lexical embrace did make sense.
It was a really good one. And
Take that, world.
yeah, and especially when it comes to actually staying asleep. That's great.
I love sleeping.
Me too.
It's the best.
Just a solid lexical embrace.
It's just
is
a
sleeping.
hard time going to sleep, but once I get there, I'm there.
You're there, I'm
I'm
out.
like a bear.
All right. My lexical embrace was going to be for people who smell good and you like remember their smell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's well, and I'm assuming it would have to be connected to a person that you liked, or like, a good memory. If you smelled like a certain smell and it reminded you of someone that was mean, that's different.
That's
But
not good. That's bad. Your bullies smell. You don't remember your bullies smell.
yeah, bullies usually smell bad, so don't be a bully.
True. Like cigarettes.
Yes, so like a good smell, maybe like one of your teachers that was like your favorite, that was really nice to you or something, had a certain smell, or like their classroom smelled a certain way. That I have also told the story that when, I think you were the one who knew this, but when my cousin turned 21 in Las Vegas, we were there, and the only thing she wanted to do when we went out on the strip was to go and see if Mandalay Bay smelled the same. And we got there and we walked in and she goes, "Yep, we can go now." And I was like, "Are you serious? We came because it's the end of the fucking
It's the
strip."
end of the strip. Yeah, you gotta take
Yeah.
like a whole thing to get there.
Right. We had to come all the way here just to see if it smelled the same. And I was like, we're gonna have at least one drink at this little fake Little Italy or whatever the hell it is. But
It's all little Italy's.
yeah.
Italy's?
No, but when she was there, when my uncle and aunt got married, she like had that memory of the smell of it enough to, when she was 21, needed to go and check in on it, which I have. Maybe, well, obviously it wasn't you that knew it, but somebody told me that they do actually, like, in the air system, put in like, it's like a vanilla smell.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just know they have crazy air HVAC systems in Vegas for cigarette smoke. Like they're just
Yeah,
like, they
which is
suck
funny
everything
because
out of there.
you can still smoke in there and you don't really notice
No,
it.
you don't really smell it at all.
No. Anyways, those are good ones. I think we did good.
I mean, it's been a while since we've done this, but we're still just riding high on that horse.
Fucking nailing it. It's almost like we've thought of this thing.
Get back on that horse again. Okay.
You ready
Positive
for
spin.
Yeah.
This is a great
No,
one. I don't
wait.
know how we haven't done this before.
I thought you said you had the next segment one.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
We were doing well,
You
but
do
I
have
forgot how the show works.
That's okay. I remembered. We could have skipped the whole thing. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hey guys, good news.
Hi, welcome to the good news. I'm like Coletta. New smart pack could make food poisoning a thing of the past, and it's eco-friendly. So this is like kind of how they pack meat and fruit in like those plastic, just like plastic wrapped meat at the grocery store with the styrofoam bottom and the plastic top.
Mhm.
This is a new packaging like that, but the plasticky part is, one, it's not styrofoam anymore, and two, the plastic part is eco-friendly. It dissolves. It biodegrades, not dissolves, biodegrades, but it kills E. coli, salmonella, and listeria. Like the packaging kills it. So it keeps your fruit fresh longer, and it's green. So it's pretty cool that they have this new thing they've made. And it was made in Singapore of all places. And
that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's exciting,
So
like
you pack meats in it too, and then
you could pack meats in it.
And then they would get you those
Mm-hmm.
meat-borne illnesses.
Those meat illnesses we all know.
You got the meat sick.
You get the meat sick. I hate it when I get them. You guys just sitting here with the meat flu?
I got the meat sick. I'll be great.
I got the meat sick. I get the meat sweats. Oh, how I get the meat sweats.
That feels the same.
As
soon as you said that it could help with food poisoning, I was like, no more diarrhea? No, not necessarily.
No, I'll always have diarrhea. I'll always have you diarrhea.
There's one constant in my life. Anyways,
some say the universal constant is time. I say the universal constant is diarrhea.
It does defy time, so
it does feel like time flies by,
Yeah, or it slows way down. All right, is that
that was the story? I thought that was
I
a
loved
good
it. I think that is a good one. All right.
Also,
hey guys. Oh, nope.
So no, this is just related to the topic of good news stories. I used to get good news stories from Reddit. It's terrible because they're all like, this horrible thing happened, but then this person did something good.
Right.
Good News Network is way better. It's just good news.
Network.
So just if you're looking for good news, go to Good News Network. That's where I get these stories from. Yeah.
Yes, I started following an account on the gram called Delightful News, and it's more of, just like uh dogs. There's a lot of dogs,
That's what you need.
but also people doing nice stuff or whatever too. That's pretty good.
I started posting more videos on TikTok and stuff, and for some reason TikTok thinks I love cat grooming TikTok. They
You know
chose
what?
grooming for
They're
me.
not that off.
They're not that far off. I love seeing
So
wet
do
cats
you-
in baths,
Do
but
you? Yeah, there you go. That could get confusing there.
it's just like
It is because that algorithm is tuned more finely than the others,
the
and
first.
it's amazing to see what other people's TikToks is bringing up, compared to your own.
The first time, my first 2 weeks of TikTok, it was cats and girls with no bras bouncing their boobs the entire time. And I don't know. And
Literally
I
your two
didn't, I
favorite
didn't, I
things.
didn't like, I mean, yeah, but I also didn't like anything. They just
But
knew
if you
that.
watch it for longer than like a second, it like
Oh.
calculates that, which is so weird. But
because they know
yeah,
my
you don't have to
brain.
like anything or comment or anything. It's like how long you actually like. Did you stop on the video or did you
Because
just?
I was like, well,
keep
this
going?
boob's bouncing, so I'm going to stop. So they know they got me.
Right, as people should. Well, yeah, because mine's actually not that much stand up, which is nice.
I thought you were like, mine's also cat grooming and boob bouncing.
Yeah, it's dog
I think
grooming.
secretly
That's it.
everyone's is boob bouncing.
Mine is there's like a lot of lesbian couple jokes and
There
stuff on there.
are.
They're doing well. Erin and I talk about it. We're like, should we be like a TikTok couple?
You
And she's
could.
like,
You could
if
get some
people give us free
sponsors
stuff.
going.
I'm
That's
like, maybe.
honestly, you should. But yeah, there's a lot of like lesbian couples on there.
But there's like,
Yes.
do you have to make a video every fucking 2 hours? And I just think that's so invasive.
it's just,
I don't know.
it's not healthy.
I'm annoyed by the stand up,
Because
like
you
by
know what happens
the attention from stand up.
when their TikTok viewership goes down, their relationship probably
break
goes
up.
down.
Yes,
Yeah,
your
it's probably like
relationship-
it's like built up on this thing, and then the minute that
Yeah.
thing goes away, then what are we?
Is based on it. Yeah. Well,
I did watch
so-
this one woman who lives in Washington, and she's a lesbian because she has the hashtag thing in there all about being a lesbian, but it's just her and her cat, and she's a postal worker, and I'm like, this
Sounds
is
about right.
everything.
Yeah,
This is
that's
everything.
good.
This is perfect.
Well, it is interesting because I know there's a lot of artists who get irritated by it, like, that have been doing it for a long time where they're like, oh, now everybody thinks they're creative and is famous from not really doing anything. And I'm like, true. But
Yeah.
some people are coming up with the weirdest shit that is pretty entertaining,
Oh my gosh, is this guy that does like music with plungers on his body to be like ding, 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 ding. It made me laugh so hard.
Now, here's the thing. That dude didn't just find out he could do that because of TikTok. People just found out he could do it because of TikTok. He's been doing that for years.
Just
Okay.
by himself. To be
Yeah.
fair though, I really don't spend a lot of time on the app because I get it. You can get
Yeah.
sucked in.
Yeah.
It's
I don't-
worse than
I-
any app I've ever seen with
Post
that.
and leave it. And yeah, I
post
really
and walk
don't
away.
scroll much, which is probably why it's not super fine tuned for me. But Aaron will send me stuff. And so when I watch it, we have a lot of
Katie's-
lesbian parenting stuff, which is
Katie
hilarious.
sends me stuff.
Yeah. So I think that's why the
And
cats
it's a
and the
lot of
boobs
cats.
bouncing
Mhm.
would be
Yeah,
on there.
it's fact.
But hers, because she does like look at it a lot, it's like all cleaning TikTok. Yes, I know. Cooking stuff and then lesbian couples. Like
Are
that's
you ever just like, what a fucking square? Is that
and
what you
she's
say
like,
to her?
oh my gosh. Well, she'll show me too. She'd be like, that was all brown before and now it's white again. Cause it's like they deep clean the car or some shit.
Oh my god.
What
Has she
whatever
heard of
makes you
pressure
happy.
washing porn? Because she might like that.
is
Where
that
it's
really
like a
thing?
dirty sidewalk and then they pressure wash it and you watch it. And
It
it's like a
is,
whole
yeah,
thing.
that's basically what she's watching, but it's not pressure washing. They do it with like the seats of cars and stuff.
Mhm.
And it's so she would definitely like, but I like that outdoors stuff, when they like redo a yard or something. That's good stuff.
Have you gotten your pair of Kirkland signature white shoes yet that you can get grass stains in? So you can do yard work in the
These are my
summertime?
yard shoes.
These are your yard shoes.
So my dad always called it. We also
I
have a
know.
yard golf club. So it's the yard club.
So disappointed, but I get it.
You shouldn't be. They got a big enough yard. You just we used to try and chip it onto the trampoline.
That is true. If you can, it's fun having like
It
little
is.
games like that.
And they have a canyon behind there, so it's not like they're gonna hit someone. Anyway,
That is a candy bar in their house, isn't there? I'm excited because for Christmas I got a bunch of smoking stuff like temperature gauges and things like that.
It's like you got a smoking jacket and a humidor.
Oh yeah, a cigar and a humidor and Hugh Hefner's autobiography. No, I got I got like thermometers for meat and like smoking for meat stuff. So I'm excited.
I had the most adult Christmas gift, whatever, takeaway, and it was probably the most happy I've been with my gifts in years. You ready for this?
Ready.
I got this office chair. Nice. It's got wheels and my back feels much better in the office chair. I got garden shears for trimming the trees and stuff outside,
nice.
which I asked for specifically, and they're very nice. I got hubcaps.
You need hubcaps.
I did. I was missing one, and it was really annoying and gross, and so my father bought me a set of 4. I got these headphones.
Very Ron gift, I feel like.
It is. It bothered him, I think, more than me, but whatever. And so I got these headphones, which are pretty much for work. It's not like, oh, these are for gaming or whatever. And then I got a bunch of travel size toiletries.
That's important.
Yeah, it was great. It's great.
Yeah,
for me.
I got a Echo Dot from Katie, and I just ordered with I used to order like games with Amazon gift cards. I ordered Hue smart lights that'll go in my room, so I can be like, Alexa, turn on gaming mode, and the room will turn like neon purple.
Yeah,
which is dope.
That would be good. I have friends with those Hue lights all over.
Alexa,
did you turn her on?
I turned her on.
Yeah,
I always turn Alexa on.
You're talking about those boobs bouncing or whatever.
Alexa's like, yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, that was good news. We just talk about TikTok for 10 minutes. All right, we have a positive spin topic that I'm pretty excited about. I don't really have a specific example of why
I have a very specific, just recent example, and I'm excited to share it.
So we're positive spinning, watching something all the way through or listening to something all the way through that wasn't good. Could be this podcast.
Could even apply to a book too.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Reading something, consuming something, I suppose, all the way through that wasn't good, which I think it's very popular to talk about what you're watching, what you're binging, all the time now. And so it can trip people up because you're like, well, everybody's watching this. And then you watch it and you're like, that was fucking stupid. Why did I just waste all the time? All right. So what's the positives of this?
So, recently the one I watched was called Bigfoot, and it's a Hulu true crime documentary about a guy who heard a story in the early 90s. These dudes picking weed and like trimming weed in Ukiah, California area, that valley, were all killed by Bigfoot. And there was like a real murder. And the thing is, the murder really happened. But like I guessed, the first 10 minutes of the documentary, we find out that other guys did it, murdered the guy. And I was like watching it and I'm like, this is so bad. And I just kept watching it because this is the positive spin part. Having terrible things to watch that you don't really care about is great when you're trying to get things done in the background.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's my positive spin, because I was like cleaning my room. I was doing all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, this is fine for the background to just be stupid.
I will say we'll pick things that aren't as good or that you've already seen to fall asleep to. So if maybe your body needs a little extra rest, you thought it was going to be good, it wasn't, you shouldn't feel bad falling asleep.
So bad media is good for
self-care,
multitasking.
Yes.
That's what we want you to take away from this.
Yeah, that's true. You could be doing other things. That's not bad. I would say you don't want to be a quitter. You don't want to give up on things. So at least you stuck it out, even though you didn't like it.
So I have 2 more. You ready? 1. To tell friends not to watch something if it's really bad.
That's good. You just
jumped on the grenade.
Warning from the future. Yeah.
You jumped on the streaming grenade for them, which is nice. 2, you can relate to stupid people that liked it.
Okay. Yes, you could be in an argument. I love.
Gladys at work watched the Bigfoot Hulu documentary because she loves true crime.
She is real opinionated, Gladys.
She really thinks Bigfoot's real.
Get into it. But then you actually watch the whole thing. It's like when non-religious people that are like, like someone who may be atheist and really wants to argue with people who are religious, has read the Bible. So then they're like, well, this doesn't actually say this, and this, like, they know about it. So you finished this thing, and they'll be like, no, actually it was good. And you're like, no, I've watched it. I know all these things. So at least you have the information, even though it's bad. So you could be more effective in arguments.
Yeah. That's good stuff. I think we really just
Yeah.
crushed it so
I
fast.
think we freaking nailed it. I think, well, and the other part is we're running out of good shit to watch.
That is true.
So it's going to happen no matter what. And it's, you passed your COVID time. We watched so much stuff.
We did too.
Oh my gosh. It was just on in the background, and we felt we're asleep most of the time.
Like reality TV, you're not even watching. Like you turn on like Survivor or
something you don't need. That's why I
Yeah,
like
some
a
Bravo
Love
thing.
Island, because they have an episode every day, 5 days a week. That's why there's so
That
many
is
episodes.
so much television.
The last one we finished, which was the last like actual British one that they did this summer, it was 65 episodes altogether, because they do like a after sun recap once a week, and then they also do like an unseen behind the scenes once a week too. So it's like 50 episodes plus all the extra episodes. Like it's
Like,
pretty.
you want to go have a right snog?
Right. Yeah. All these slags out here.
Bruv.
I love,
Hi there, bruv.
So yeah, then you don't, like, if you do fall asleep, then you don't have to go back, because it's just like you didn't really miss much, or they do a nice recap.
Oh, that's nice. Good recap. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Good recap.
Who doesn't like a good recap?
Everybody.
I'm trying to think of a
Anyways.
more recent thing I like watched or listened to that was bad.
I know. I'm
I
trying
could
to
use
think.
this
I don't even know
to,
why
like, warn
I
people. The
thought
Bigfoot
of
one
this.
really stood out because I was like, this was just not good. And lately I've been quitting. I've been getting better about like quitting things.
That's good, because
I'm like, ugh, it
you
was
know
not
what
good.
really just makes me mad?
What?
A murder doc or some sort of crime documentary that could be done in a film, could be an hour and a half, that they've drug out into like 5 or 6 episodes that are an hour long.
Oh, you're talking about the Next HBO documentary.
That one, yeah, which wasn't even that bad
It
compared
wasn't
to
even that bad, but it was still just like, ugh.
what was the one when in the hotel when the chick was in the water thing? Sorry, spoiler.
What we watched
They
part
drug
of
it
it
out
together
for
Yeah.
so long of being like, it could be this, and then there's all this web sleuthing going on, web slags, and she just like was in the, not that that's like not that big a deal, but they were like, she was murdered and she was all this stuff, and it's like, no. And so then there's like 3 episodes where they're just like, well, people thought this, but it had nothing to do with the story.
Well, it could have been this.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, you could have just told us this earlier.
Yeah, I just don't like it when they
because I
make...
don't quit. I want to know what happens at the end. And so then I watch way too much of it that I didn't need. Like I could, if you haven't seen that, it's some hotel, something about a hotel. Anyways.
Oh yeah, they need to have a closure warning.
Watch the first
like,
episode and the last
has closure,
episode. That's it.
Or not.
Yeah.
Like when you start an HBO doc, it's like, hey, just so you know, this story does have an end.
Yeah.
Because holy shit, there's so many true crime docs that come out now with no end, because they're like still active. And I'm like, and it did that. The worst was Serial. I loved the podcast Serial, but the first season of that was just like no end. And the second season was about a completely different story. And honestly, it didn't really pull it off, which is kind of why
I genuinely think Serial is the reason it is how it is now. It's because
It
that was
is.
so popular. And I understand the concept of watch time. I'm sure you get paid more if you sell
sure.
6 episodes, 6 hours worth of stuff to HBO than if you sold an hour and a half. So
It's
even
hilarious,
though
though.
it makes me angry.
because I don't even like Tiger King is not good.
Oh,
But
that
I
was the other
still
thing.
watch it.
Yes, it was interesting and chaotic and silly, and we were trapped at the time. And then I watched the second one too,
Me too.
which was also kind of all over the place.
It was just like kind of like, what are they doing now? Almost.
Yeah. And why couldn't we see more of his face? It's like we had to talk to his bangs for a whole series. And oh God. I mean, I was interested in like her husband and all that stuff.
Yeah,
That
like
was
finding
different
out a
than I
bunch of stuff about
expected.
him. Yeah, and how he was like kind of doing some sketchy stuff.
Yeah. But it wasn't, and there with that one, there was no closure either. Like at all.
People-
There wasn't an answer for that. And then other guys with the new zoo or whatever. It's like
There
they
was
should get in
closure with
trouble
that one
too.
guy that got arrested though.
Well, yeah, he was a turd, but
That was
but
good.
not even then, because they're all still
They're still out there,
connected,
and they're still
and
pieces
it's
of shit.
yeah, and it's annoying that some of them got in trouble, but some of them didn't, and you're like, but you're doing the same thing or worse. I don't know.
I think
That one
that's
was
why
frustrating.
I watch it, because they're all horrible, and I genuinely don't care what happens.
Makes you
to
feel
all of
better
them.
about yourself. Maybe
It really
that's
does.
it. Maybe if you need to feel motivated, you watch something all the way through that is bad, because then it makes you go, well, I could do that, or I could do whatever thing you're working on. Read a shitty book, and then you'll be like, I could write a book. I'm reading a book, and for some reason I feel like I have to finish it before I get to another one. And it's not that it's terrible, it's just not very good. And now it's very redundant, and it is Scottie Pippen's newest book. Because it's like an answer to The Last Dance.
The
Because
documentary.
he was like, well, it became the Michael documentary. It wasn't like about the Bulls, it was about Michael Jordan, because he was in control of all of it. So he's like, so here's all my thoughts, and like going back through each, playoff run, which is like each game, like how many points he had, and like it's
I had this many points per game.
now I'm getting down to, like, some parts are really interesting, and he's got a good story, but it's also written like an athlete telling his story. It's not like
yeah, it's not really exciting.
super
at all.
eloquent, I guess. Not that all athletes are ineloquent, but just like I was looking at it and being like, shouldn't somebody else have like helped him?
Yeah, they need a ghostwriter to be like, hey, or a ghost
Yeah.
or an editor just to be like, hey, this is what you got to cut. this
Right, we're
out.
just gonna fluff it up a little bit or whatever.
You know,
but yeah, like a lot of it at this point is just stats from the games. Like,
Ready Player One,
yeah,
the movie. It was
kind
based on a
of.
book, and I read the first book. It was pretty good. I liked it, and I just read Ready Player Two, and it's just funny because I was in the same boat. I'm like, this is fine. Like, it's not bad, but I'm not like screaming from the rooftops. I'm like, it was entertaining, but I was also just like, why did I read that whole thing?
I've read a few books because I started reading more in the last.
You're here first, folks. Monica read a few.
I read a few books that I felt the same way as I do about those crime documentaries, where I'm like, this could have been 2 chapters. Why?
Yeah, this could be a short story, and you made it into a whole thing.
I know.
It's so upsetting. I've been getting more to do the audiobook thing. I got that Libby app on my phone.
I should figure that
for the library.
out. So
It's really easy. You get a library card.
I think you did tell me about this.
And then you download the app. You put your library card in the app, and then you can see what's all there from that library.
Nice. That's pretty sweet.
I listened to almost all of The Lost World.
Wow.
On my trip from Wenatchee to Bend and back.
Nice.
It was a long trip.
Sounds long.
Edith did it though. I'm so proud of her. I love her so much.
She's great.
You want to do the charity?
Yeah. The charity this week is an interesting, what's it called? It would be a cross category, but they're helping currently with a lot of COVID relief and stuff like that. But it's called Water Mission. And it's an engineering organization that, designs and builds safe water, sanitation, that type of stuff all over the US and then in other countries as well. But they seem to be able to redirect what they're doing, which is great, and helping some other communities that are impacted by COVID-19. We're having another spike or whatever. It is a Christian thing, but God washes people's feet or something, doesn't he? I don't know. They need the clean water for that. Water Mission. Sorry, hold on. Let me make sure that's what watermission.org.
Nice. Cool.
So they'll build you some clean water resources and then tell you about Jesus.
Monica.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say to the listener before we go?
Oh, I love you so much.